How was that working for you?
A lot of work.
Okay.
I have a lot more respect for the promotions guys and the radio guys who used to run the streets with my records.
Okay.
And now I know what they go through.
The street team, right?
The street team, now I know what they go through. So it's been, it's a process that I remembered when I first started out back in the 80s, and I'd forgotten about because, you know, when you make records, somebody else does all the work. You show up looking halfway decent, you do the interviews, you shake a couple of hands, kiss a couple of babies, and then you leave.
The new trilogy, Yesterday, Today,
and tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Why did you choose to come out with a 3-piece EP instead of just that one big album?
Because I think that the music was getting lost too quickly. I put out a record called Lust, Love, and Lies.
Yeah,
and
I thought that was a play, by the way. I said, is he writing a book or something?
That's kind of what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I heard that skits in the intro.
Exactly.
Can I meet you at the coffee bar?
Exactly. There you go. There you go. That's what it was supposed to be.
Okay.
And a friend of mine was down in the DC, Baltimore area, and they heard one of my songs. Said, "Oh man, I love your new single. It's incredible. When's the record coming out?" I said, "You already have the record, darling." You know, it's a female friend of mine. I said, "You already have the record." "I do?" I said, "Yeah, it's off the Lust, Love, and Lies record." I said, "That's track, 10 or 11 or 12. I said, "You know what? I never even listened down that far. I always listen to like the first 4 or 5 cuts, and then I'm always where I'm going. So I never hear the whole record." I said, "Okay."
Oh, smart.
I'm like, okay, that's the way people are listening these days. People are listening to like music in 30-second increments. They go to iTunes, they listen to 30 seconds. I like this one, I'm gonna buy it. Hey, I don't like this one, I'm not gonna buy it. And then it's over with. So I said, I'm gonna give everyone 4 songs for 4 months on 3 EPs. So by the time the next project comes out, you're gonna know these 4 songs.
You're gonna know all these songs.
You're gonna know all these songs.
Singing in the front row of the concert.
There you go. You're gonna know When I Breathe. You're gonna know everything on these songs. So and it's been working out.
The Wind Down radio show. Why did you start that?
Because there was no outlet for the window of opportunity for artists like myself to have music played was closing.
Yes.
And not was closing, still is closing. So it was a way for me to play music of artists of the like, such as myself, and also to give highlights to young artists that was coming out, and then also to go even back to the Trilogy project when I told you that the young lady had a song and didn't realize it was on that CD.
Yes, all the way at the bottom.
All the way at the bottom. Like,
that's some of the best work.
That's the best work. We spend hundreds of thousands of dollars doing these records, and then people hear like the 1 or 2 singles and then they think that's it. It's like, nah, there's some blood, sweat, and tears on them tracks.
Your wife's a singer. Arjun Wheeler. How do you balance being with you two guys being in the industry of entertainment? How do you balance, okay, this is just industry, and this is us?
Well,
look, I'm gonna pat mine too, all right? We need the same.
Well, this is it gets interesting because when she comes to my shows, obviously some people know she's my wife, most women don't. So she's hearing stuff that they're saying about me while she's sitting there and like, alright, I'm trying to be cool, before I turn around and say, right, exactly, right. 3 o'clock.
See you outside after this.
So she gets to hear stuff that they're saying. I'm like, darling, I don't think you understand. These are the people that pay the mortgage. They pay the bills. I primarily sing to women. So you're gonna hear stuff, and
might not like it.
You might not like it, but that's what it is. And then vice versa. When I go see her sing, I hear folks saying, "Oh, that chicken Miller's fine." So I gotta sit there. I gotta take it too. So it's like, all right. So it's interesting. It's interesting. We're both on a paper chase and a career chase and trying to make things happen. So it's difficult.
Okay. So you have a photography book come out, right?
Not actually coming out. It's out.
Oh, it's out.
Yeah, okay. It's entitled Unveiled.
Unveiled. You shot all the pictures?
Yeah, unless someone is trying to claim, credit for my work.
I don't know. Do I have to check the internet to see?
Yeah, right.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I've been shooting for about 15 years. Yeah, you can pick the book up at my website, www.willdowning.com.
Okay. You have a contest going on for the song Blessing. I'm going to sing at somebody's wedding?
Yeah. The contest runs till May, and you enter by buying the new project or the song "The Blessing."
Yes.
And we're gonna pull from a hat and see who gets it. You know, and if that's if it works out that you're the one.
Shaniqua Brown, we coming to your wedding.
Right.
We're gonna sing for you.
Right. So yeah, that's the way it's gonna go down. I'm gonna pick a name out of a hat, and we're gonna go and be at the wedding and sing "The Blessing" at these folks' wedding.
So they will go to.
Same thing. Come to the website. There's a big banner on there that says "Wedding Contest."
Okay.
You click on it. You buy yourself a CD. Click on "Enter the Wedding Contest," and good luck.
Okay, so they're calling you the Prince of Sophisticated Soul. So who's the king?
Well, was Luther. Well, still is.
Okay.
Yeah. I've patterned a lot of what I've done over the years on what he did.
Okay.
So I don't want the crown, as he will forever be the king of Sophisticated Soul. I'll take the Prince.
I love it. All right, well, I definitely want to thank you for touching me all the way from the song with Michelle Farrell.
Oh man, thank you.
Ever felt like this?
Thank you.
That was something. I used to be in the kitchen washing the dishes with my Walkman on.
Walkman.
With the tape.
With the tape.
With the tape.
Did you have the orange headphone, like foam thing?
No, I had a little rubber band that kept it because the one side was broke.
You kept it real.
Yeah.
I like that.
I just want to thank you for all of your longevity in this industry. The way that you stayed on track and you didn't go with the times, you stayed with you.
Right. Thank you.
So I definitely think other artists and other people will be touched by this story and hear how you overcame your illness and how you still sustain a reputable reputation in the industry.
Man, thank you.
So thank you for being on Soul Imprint TV.
Thank you, man.
Not a problem. Blessings.
Come
That's
on
what
now.
it is. See you.